What is the 23rd thing that I would do differently if I were going to college today? I would utilize the college gym. Hi, I'm Passion Darby, and this month I am going to be sharing with you 31 things that I would do differently if I were going to college today. 31 years ago, almost to date, I was a 18-year-old young woman, and I decided that I was going to go to college no matter what. And I did go to college that fall. It was fall of 1993. And so here I am 31 years later, and I have amassed a vast amount of wisdom, knowledge, and experience that I plan to share with college goers today through this channel. So, what is the 23rd thing that I would do differently if I were going to college today? I would definitely utilize the college gym. So let me tell you why this is one of my deepest regrets. Well, first of all, I, of course, attended undergrad, and not one day did I use the gym services or recreational services or facilities on my campus in all the years that I was enrolled in undergrad. And that is so shameful to say. And I remember I did take a gym class at Alabama State University because it was required. And the facilities were very nice. Actually, the facilities are still standing today, and the building is called the Acadome, and I can't even tell you the level of fun that I used to have at the Acadome, but it wasn't gym related. So we'll just leave it at that. That's another video for another time. So, but the gym was in the Acadome. And so when I would take that class, when I took that class, I really enjoyed going to the Acadome, and they really had great facilities. And so I deeply regret not utilizing those facilities, particularly now that I am an adult and I have had to establish the habit of exercise, which I really have struggled with. So, why do I regret that? Well, like I said, even though I am a naturally thin woman, I do regret that I have had to establish the habit of exercising as an adult. That has been such a challenge to me. And it's a daily struggle, to tell you the truth. And I think that if I had established this habit while I was in college or in undergrad specifically, it would not be such a challenge for me today. I also regret it because of the cost. When I was enrolled, my tuition costs covered the cost for me to use the gym. And so now, of course, as an adult, I have to pay to use gym services now, whereas I had 4 to 5 years of free gym membership that I did not utilize in undergrad. I also regret it because I had a good community of friends, and we used to walk to the Acadome in particular together all the time to hang out with boys. Okay, but not to exercise. We were not there exercising. And so now, as an adult, it's very difficult to get your friends to go to the gym. It's very difficult to even get together with your friends to do anything recreational or health wise because everyone is so very busy. So that's a regret that I have because when I was in college, me and my friends, we could have at least got on one treadmill while we were hanging out at the Acadome, I tell you. But let's move on before I get upset. The next reason I regret it is because of the close proximity. You know, we used to walk from our residence hall to the gym or to the Acadome, and it took us about 3 to 5 minutes. Now, if I want to go to a gym, oh gosh, it's torture. I have to get dressed, I have to get in my car, I have to go all the way to the gym, and I live in a state that is has snow most of the year. And when I was in school in the South, in Alabama in particular, there was no snow. It wasn't cold that often. So it's just, weird with the proximity. And then the next reason I regret it is because of the offerings. I remember in the Acadome they had I believe we had a running track, a basketball court. Not that I was playing basketball because I wasn't, but the boys were there. So, okay, focus, passion, focus. And they had a large gym space where we can do stretching and yoga. And then they had weights, they had a dance studio. They had all kinds of great rooms in that facility and also gear that we could have rented. And I didn't take advantage of any of those offerings. And now, if I were to do that, I would have to pay for all of those things. And then lastly, I regret it because we had so much time as young people. In undergrad, we had so much time. I really miss my young self where I had classes early in the morning and the rest of the day was mine to just do whatever I wanted to do. And I did not use any of that time to go to the gym. So of course I regret that because now I have to literally carve out time to go to the gym. And that is such a struggle, not only for me, but for many, many, many adults. So why is the college gym important? The college gym, first you need to know what I mean by a college gym, but you probably already know, but just in case you don't, a college gym is just like your high school gym or your elementary school gym, but it's a gym that's on campus. And depending on the size of the actual college or university, the gym can be small, but it could be medium size or it could be massive, just like the exercise gym or recreation center at my most recent university, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. There is a center called the Arc, and it is massive. So it depends on the size of your institution and how much they value wellness for their students, I guess. But maybe I shouldn't say that because I think all institutions value the wellness of their students, but some institutions put more money or invest more money into those facilities. So, or if they have more money to invest, because not all schools have the funding to do those things. So it could be called a gym. It can be called a recreation center or a student recreation center, or it could be called a fitness center. You just need to look on the website of your prospective college or your current college and find out what the name of that facility at your institution is. It can also be called an intramural complex. I've seen that at some of the universities that I have toured. And some of the services that these gyms offer, especially those that are massive, which is so special because I'm floored every time I go into one of these centers because they have such great offerings. But some of them include exercise equipment, group fitness courses, personal training, swimming pools, ice arenas, like my most recent graduate school, they have an actual ice arena, rock climbing walls. I've seen a lot of universities have rock climbing walls, particularly here in the Midwest, physical therapy, saunas, wellness services such as nutrition and food consulting or counseling. Some of them offer lockers so that students can put their belongings in as they utilize the facilities or the equipment. Some of them offer guest passes, which is great. So if you have family or friends on campus for the weekend, they can get a guest pass. And some of them offer sports fields. So, like, even when I visit universities, particularly in West Africa, they always have several soccer fields on the campus because soccer is a big thing in West Africa. So let me look at my notes. I have lots of notes on how to help you utilize the college gym. So there are some reasons why you should utilize the college gym, and they are similar to the reasons why I should have used the college gym. One is it is important to use the college gym because the services are typically included in your tuition costs. So if you're going to be paying tuition, I really wholeheartedly believe that you should spend every single penny of your tuition costs. And one of the ways to do that is to utilize every resource that is available to you. And one of those resources it should be the college gym. The college gym, it should be included in your tuition costs. If you read your tuition bill, as I encourage all students to do, read it in detail, and you will find the cost of the gym listed, or the gym services or wellness services listed or itemized in the invoice or the bill. If you do not find it yourself, ask your financial aid advisor or an administrator in the bursar's office or the student accounts office to point that charge out to you. You might be surprised at how expensive it is per semester or quarter or trimester, if that's what system your school is on or your college is on. But you also may be surprised how inexpensive it is. And so, either way, it's your money, so use it. The next reason why it's important to use is that there may be additional costs for you to use some of the premium services, such as personal training or nutrition counseling. So, since you're going to have to pay those additional costs for certain services, you should definitely use the services that are available at the basic level or the basic cost. Next, you will need your mental, spiritual, and physical health to succeed in college. Please do not think that you can go through college and not be healthy. You will fall on your face. It's not good. And I know when you're young, you may think that you're invincible. I know I thought I was invincible when I was younger, but you still need to be as healthy as possible. And the college gym or recreation facilities can help you do that. Also, there is an adage called the freshman 15 that I learned from my father when I was a freshman. And that is when students typically put on weight during their freshman year, I guess because they're studying or because they may have adopted a sedentary lifestyle, from sitting all day, or they may be eating too much on campus. But sometimes students do return back home from their freshman year having gained up to 15 pounds, if not more. Now, that did not happen to me. And maybe that's why I didn't see the urgency in me exercising. But it does happen. So utilize the college gym so that you will not put on additional weight, because that might be unhealthy for you, and we do not want you unhealthy. Also, obesity in our country is a big problem. And again, when you graduate from college, we want you to win in every area, and your health will help you to be a winner in every area. Being overweight is not so much about the weight, it's more so about the health problems that the weight will cause. So you don't want extra weight on you unnecessarily and damaging your organs or other parts of your body or slowing you down mentally, because remember, you are in college and you need your brain to be super sharp and super clear. Also, exercising will increase your energy levels. So consider going to the gym early in the morning before class or going late at night if that helps you to sleep better. But use it to keep your energy levels up so that you can participate and engage at all levels that you wish while in college. And then also, it's important to use the college gym because it is available. Dear Passion, I'm talking to myself. I should have just used it at my college simply because it was there for my use. So I encourage you to do the same thing. It's there. You should use it. It's there for a reason. It's there to help support you and keep you healthy and to take care of you while you are on campus. So you really, really should utilize that service. And then I'm going to reiterate the first point, which is it is included in your tuition cost. So remember what I taught in earlier in this series. When you are a college student, you are the customer at that college or university. So imagine if you go into Target and you pay for a towel and you just leave without the towel. Wouldn't you feel cheated? Yes, you would. So since you are paying for this service, don't leave the college campus without utilizing the service. So in order to have notes, as always, in order for you to take full advantage of the college gym, I have some questions that I think you should ask. And this will help you to leverage the services and make the most out of that facility or those facilities, because some campuses have multiple recreation facilities. So the first question is that you need to be asking the gym or researching online or at the gym's website, because most college campuses now have those services on the web. Question number one: What do you need to access the gym? Is it a student ID, an entry code, or a key, or some other means for access? Now, I can't remember how we used to get into the Acadome, but I can tell you that the HBCUs that I remember were very welcoming places. So I don't remember doors being locked to us or us having to show any ID before we came in. I don't remember that, but that might be different today. But here at University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, where I recently graduated, we used to have to show our ID to get into the ARC, to the recreation, the campus's recreation center. So you need to ask, what do I need to demonstrate, display, show, or do in order to have access to this gym? The next question is, what is the facility? Where is the facility located? This is important that you ask this because if you are living in a residence hall, you want to make sure you do not have to walk very far to access the gym. Or if you live off campus, you want to make sure you don't have to drive or take the bus very far to access the gym, because otherwise you may be discouraged to access it. So you need to ask where is it located, and if you're planning to live on campus, ask which residence halls are closest to the gym facility. Also, you can ask, does it have bus accessibility? I noticed at University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign that the bus stop is right in front of the gym there. And that's very good. And that's good for students who are using the gym at night or something like that, because they can come off the bus and they can walk directly into the gym, and that's really good. Also, you should ask if there's parking, if there's a parking lot in the gym, or is parking available near the gym, or is the parking lot attached to the gym or to the facility or underground or something like that, just so you can know how to access it. The next question, sorry. Is it exclusive to campus users only? Are there strangers allowed? So this is important because you are a campus user. And just so you know, campus users are students, administrators, and faculty, and visitors, people who are actually using the campus. But you have to ask yourself, do you really want to exercise or go into a sauna with a complete stranger, someone who is not affiliated with the campus? That person may harm you or do something disrespectful to you and the campus's code of conduct. So to keep that from happening, go ahead and ask the administrators or the customer service person at the gym, do they allow non-campus users to access the facility? The next question that you can ask is, can you access the gym or recreation center as an alum or after graduation? So for instance, I have graduated from University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. I graduated in August of 2022, and I can still access the gym. I have to pay now, but I can still access the gym. So you need to know will your graduating from that institution impact your access to the gym? Next question. Try to do a tour of the facility before enrolling to see how the equipment looks and if it is state of the art. You do not want to enroll at an institution where the gym is not up to par, or the equipment is not modern or contemporary or well kept, because then that can discourage you and not allow you to maximize your health while you are enrolled. And keep in mind, you are enrolled for 4 years. You need to be able to exercise. Number four, what are the hours? So ask them what are the hours, or research that on their website so that you can make sure that those hours will be conducive to your lifestyle. Remember, you are the customer, so the campus must serve you. Next question, I think I'm on number 6. What are the sauna rules? So still today, I am afraid to go in the sauna at my university's campus, not because anything has ever happened to me there, but because I don't know the rules, and I don't want to go in there and someone is inappropriately dressed. I'll just leave it at that. And I can learn the rules if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I just prefer to use an at-home sauna because that's just how I am. I'm a germaphobe. But for people who are not, You need to know what are the sauna rules. You want to make sure that everyone within the sauna is behaving appropriately and that you also behave appropriately. Next question. How can you access the lockers? Of course, you're going to want to have to a space where you can leave your things while you work out or you use the facilities. And you need to ask how much the lockers are. Is there a cost to using the lockers? Do you need to bring your own lock, your own padlock, or your own key? Things like that. And how long can you keep the locker? And is the locker, can you get an assigned lockers so that you can use the same one each time? The next question is, check the website for impromptu closings. So for example, I live in Illinois, and right now we are having a few very rough and icy days. And as I checked the website for my old campus's gym, it is closed today and it was closed yesterday. So you want to keep that in mind so that you won't try to go to the facility and it is closed. So always check the website, or you can call and ask if they are open just in case they have some impromptu closings. Number 9, ask about attire requirements or dress codes. This is very important. Some gyms allow men to walk into the facility without a shirt. Some facilities do not. Some facilities require people to bring their own towels, or you must always wear shoes and not flip-flops, full shoes, or covered shoes, toe covered shoes. I think that's what they're called. You need to know those things before you go to the facility and have to go back home and come back later because you weren't dressed appropriately. Number 10, ask if there is an app that can be used to manage your membership and other services through that app. So oftentimes there is an app that you can download to your phone so that you can know what's going on at the gym and manage your account at the gym. Number 11, are there any outdoor facilities such as tennis courts, racetracks, or outdoor pools, or even soccer fields? So you want to ask those things to just find out what is available and how you can use them. Next question, can you rent gear? And if so, how? How do you go about renting the gear? So possible gear that you can rent could be tents, camping gear, bikes, and even kayaks and helmets. So all of those things can be available through your gym, and you just need to find out how do you go about renting them or accessing them. Number 13, are there water stations? And if so, where? Of course, you may bring your own bottled water to the gym, but just in case you don't, you want to make sure that there are some water stations so that you can refresh yourself while you are working out. Number 14, ask about the bathroom facilities and the shower facilities. Some institutions do have shower facilities, and of course, they should always have bathroom facilities, but you want to ask about those things. And if you are capable of going on it, if you are able to go on a tour of the campus, make sure you tour those particular rooms or corridors while you are there, because there is nothing that turns me off more at a facility than a nasty bathroom. Moving on. Number 15, can you rent the facility for your personal use or student group rentals or for family rentals? So that's just a question that you may want to ask. You may want to host a yoga class or some sort of dance group or something like that. So you should ask them if that's available. Number 16, check the website to see if the staff is diverse and if that if the staff actually demonstrates that the gym is an inclusive environment. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but it's just something that would be important to me. Number 17, are the trainers students or professionals or both? So what if you want personal training? You need to ask them, if I hire a personal trainer through your facility, am I getting a student or am I getting an actual trained certified personal trainer? Number 18, what events do they have and how can you learn or register for those events? So for my most recent graduate school, the events are listed on a calendar on the website. So it may be the same for your school, but just in case, you can ask that question. Number 19, is there a handbook or a student handbook or code of conduct by which students must abide when using the facility? If so, ask them how you access it. And then once you access it, please read it so that you will not break any rules while you are using the facility and risk being expelled from school. We do not want that. We graduate on this channel. We do not just go to college, we finish college. Okay. So I do not want you getting kicked out over anything that you could have read about and prevented. And lastly, number 20, what virtual services are available? So virtual services became really important during the pandemic. And so now I can't imagine that there are campus gyms in our country that do not offer some sort of virtual offerings or classes or services. So ask which ones those are, just in case we have another pandemic, God forbid, or some other emergency. So in closing, remember that health is our wealth. And I talk about wealth building and wealth creation a lot on this channel, even though this channel is for college students. But there is nothing that you can accomplish without your health. So take care of your health even while you're in college, and I would say especially while you are in college. Thank you so much for listening, and please go to college and the campus gym. Good night.